Nation's governors are right there in Washington, D.C. for their winter meeting right now. President Trump speaking to Republican governors just last night. And tackling inflation was a huge topic. This is what he said.
If we can bring energy down, everything's coming down. You know, the eggs are coming down and the bacon's coming down. Everything is coming down, and that's the biggest thing, the energy.
That'd be nice, right? I want to now bring in Idaho Governor Brad Little, who's a Republican. Governor, happy Friday to you, and thanks for hopping on the show.
Good morning.
So will lowering energy costs be enough to bring down prices on everyday goods? Or do you think tariffs, continued global unrest makes tackling inflation, easier said than done?
Well, everything we purchase has energy in it. Transportation to get it to market, transportation to get it to your store, transportation to make it. So we had a panel yesterday with Secretary Wright, new Secretary of Energy, and Secretary Burgum, who's pretty close to a lot of us, having been a former governor. And we were with him. We had this panel yesterday, Governor Armstrong and I, and we were talking about everything we can do for both energy and energy transmission, because if you can't get energy where it is, sometimes it's in the ground, sometimes it's on top of the ground, to where it needs to be. And so much of it's just bureaucratic red tape. I know I was on the panel because we've done a lot of red tape reduction in Idaho, and we just are very excited about the things that the new energy council, that Governor Burgum or Secretary Burgum chairs, and what they're going to do for this country.
Yeah. Trump obviously won the election for two reasons: border and the economy. A lot of Americans worried about their pocketbooks. The answer I haven't been able to get yet very clearly from anybody is, when do you think Americans will actually start to feel some of that price relief that was promised to them on the campaign trail? Are you getting a better sense of that, Governor, in these talks?
Well, I believe there'll be some initial, but the goal is not only to have it in 6 months, a year, is to make it a permanent part of our economy. That if we lower the cost of inflation or the cost of energy, then everything else that you purchase, and it just becomes more efficient. Some of the things we do in this world, where we transport energy around the world when there's energy available right next to where we need it, we have become energy independent in this country, and it's even more and more important, because a lot of the things that we talk about that are on the foreign relations area, if we are not dependent upon some of those countries for energy, it just makes life so much easier, because you don't have to have the cloud of our energy supply being cut off. So that's going to save us on the U.S. Department of Defense, all those other areas. But the ordinary American, if you lower the cost of fuel, whether they see it at the pump or whether it's reflected in everything they buy at their grocery store, those are going to happen right away.
Okay. I know a lot of people ready for that kind of relief. Governor, while I still have you, some other headlines I wanted to take your temperature on. The Hill is reporting that some Republicans are concerned that DOJ layoffs in their home states could become a political liability. How do you see things right now with DOJ?
Well, I've said from the get-go, when we got a new president, that because of what we've done in Idaho, the fact that we've got record rainy day funds, we continue to cut taxes, we've invested in our roads, we've invested in our schools, and that a very needed dial back in the size of government is probably going to hurt most other states a lot worse than it's going to hurt Idaho. We are making contingency plans as we speak with my legislatures around about what we can do, what we need to do if it's necessary. I just actually looked at a spreadsheet this morning of all the money that comes to Idaho from the U.S. Department of Education, and what we can immediately supplant. And then if we get asked the question, we'll say, well, we think this is necessary and this is nice, and some of the nice stuff maybe needs to go away.
How much money does come to Idaho from the Department of Education if it gets eradicated? What will you miss out on?
Well, about half of it's food for schools, and about half of it's other programs.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.